Okay, I know I might be a little late with this, um, with a response or whatever to your video, but Key, I told you I was gonna do one, so, you guys want Statue of Liberty hat? That shit's hot, right? Oh shit, one way. Ooh, Liberty, New York, ow. Let me stop. Basically, your poem, I really liked your poem. As a matter of fact, I really like the poem. It's not that it's harsh. That's your true feelings. You can't, even if your true feelings are harsh, that it doesn't knock you. Those are your feelings. What else? Basically, those are your feelings of how you feel about your father. But me, on the other hand, I had my father up until, well, basically, let me tell you the story. My mother had got a bunch of, was pregnant or whatever a couple of times before she had me. And throughout them times, my father didn't want any kids. So they used to fight a lot, and he used to hit her. Basically, she lost the babies before me. So she hid me. She had me, but she hid the fact that she was pregnant with me from my father. But he asked the reason why he did so much is because he wanted to marry my mother first before he, decided that he wanted to have a baby. But anytime he asked my mother told him no. She didn't want to marry him. So, that was part of it. So I'm part of it. But she hid her pregnancy with me from him. Honestly, I think if my mother would have never had miscarriages, I probably would have had a good 2 sisters and a brother before me. And after me, my mother also got pregnant again. So I would have had like another little brother and another little sister. I would have had twins, younger than me. So basically, my mother had me or whatever. My father was happy to have me or whatever. They still had their fights. They still had their problems because my mother was my mother tried to hide, more pregnancies from him, but that wasn't how he wanted it. He said one daughter was enough because I have an older sister that's his daughter, but I never met her. My mother's side, I have a older brother and an older sister. I'm the baby on both sides. Let's see. My father did disappear for a couple of months, but that's because my father was really sick, and we ended up finding that my father had cancer. And years later, we ended up finding that my father had HIV. My father was a drug addict, as well as my mother, but my mother stopped, 10 years ago. I lost my father when I was 8 years old. But through the times that I did have my father, I was really, really happy to have him. There are people that do get a second chance, or their fathers do want to be a part of their life. So not too many people take that time to actually let their father be a part of their life. I do think that you should let him try to be a part of your life, at least a little bit. Like, don't fully let him back into your life, being that you're 19. See, it's different when you're a kid and you don't really understand certain things, but now that you're 19 and you're smarter than what you was when you were a child, when he tried and disappeared, you can, have more understanding of what he's doing. And being that he's a pastor, he should have been there for you regardless. That's fucked up, basically. Even though I guess he had a child out of marriage, but hey, things happen, babies happen. You gotta understand that. But he's trying to be a part of your life. You should give him a little bit of a leeway chance. Don't just fully let him jump back into your life, because he's missed a lot. And you're 19. It doesn't make any sense for him to jump right back into your life. He has to ease his way back into your life, because it's not fair to you for him to just be jumping back Um, that's pretty much it. But and I'm saying, if I had the chance, if my father was alive and I had the chance for my father to come back into my life, I really would. I would let my father come back into my life at least a little bit, not to just let him jump in, let him ease his way, let you ease your trust back up for him, or let him gain your trust, put it like that, let him gain your heart or whatever, because you can't just let him jump in and he'd be like, oh, I'm in here, this that easy, so if I want to I can leave, because you were a kid, I think, when you let him come back and he just left. But you're grown now and you understand situations better now, so I think you should, you know, let him ease his way back into your life. Don't just let him jump into your life like that. Well, other than that, yeah, I love you, Key. You're my favorite sister in the world. Hearts. Yeah, I like my nails. Oh Lord. I love you. Nice. Yeah. Deuces.